I saw this clip from General Conference, October 2022, and I had to make a video on it because I agree with this clip. And I think that if the LDS Church were consistent about this, it would fall apart. And all the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints would leave because of this teaching. Let's check out what Dale Renlund says in his talk, A Framework for Personal Revelation.
When we ask for revelation about something God has already given clear direction, we open ourselves up to misinterpreting our feelings and hearing what we want to hear. A man once told me about his struggles to stabilize his family's financial situation. He had the idea to embezzle funds as a solution, prayed about it, and felt he had received affirmative revelation to do so. I knew he had been deceived because he sought revelation contrary to a prophet, contrary to a commandment of God. The prophet Joseph Smith warned, "Nothing is a greater injury to the children of men than to be under the influence of a false spirit when they think they have the Spirit of God."
I agree with this. I totally agree with this. And I think that if Latter-day Saints agreed with this too, the LDS Church would fall apart. Well, what did he say here? He said that if God has already revealed something, there is no need to seek further clarity about that revelation. That means we don't need to pray about it. We don't need to see if God wants us to do something if he's already said that we ought or ought not do that thing. He used the example of a man saying, hey, I'm having a hard time providing for my family. I think I should embezzle funds, and I felt a spiritual confirmation that I ought to do that. But he says, no, I know he had been deceived. And even Joseph Smith warned that there's nothing more dangerous than someone thinking they're under the Spirit of God when really they're being influenced by a false spirit. This is what our entire channel is about. This is what we as Christians are trying to get our LDS friends and neighbors to see when we talk with them about the gospel. This is exactly correct. God has revealed things in his word. He has told us about who he is, that there only ever has been and never will be one creator God. He's told us about who Jesus is, that Jesus is himself the uncreated creator. He's told us that the only way to have entrance into his eternal kingdom is by faith and faith alone, that if we try and enter God's kingdom by our deeds, we're under a curse. He's revealed all these things in the Bible. And the LDS Church comes and says, no, you need to pray to know if these things are true. To seek for further revelation about what God has said is only to put ourselves in the position of being deceived by a false spirit. So when God says things like, I am not a man, or I don't change, or I don't know of any other gods, and then we see supposed prophets and apostles that come and teach things contrary to what God has revealed and say, pray about it. Pray to know whether these things are true. According to Elder Renlund here, I shouldn't pray to know if these things are true. So I agree with exactly what he said here. We ought not seek further revelation about the things God has commanded. God has already told us. He's already told us about what is true. And we ought to submit to his revelation and reject false prophets and apostles who would teach something contrary to what has been revealed. If you want to know more about what specific categories we think there are disagreements in, check out some of our other videos. I'll put a playlist up on screen so that you can click that and check out some of our other videos. But anyways, I saw this. I thought I had to respond because I agree. And I think if Latter-day Saints did too, they wouldn't be Latter-day Saints anymore.